Hi, I'm Chef Lynn. Welcome to World Food Studio. Today I'm going to show you another great recipe from Malaysia, which is Sambal Goreng, or literally known as fried sambal. It's very famous not only in Malaysia but also in Indonesia, and we usually serve it with rice. Okay, so let me show you the ingredients that we need for this Sambal Goreng. Here are some long beans. Okay, we need about 4 long beans. This is tempeh or fermented soya bean cake. Okay, and you can usually find it in wet markets or supermarkets. We have here soya bean, or known as tofu also. Of course, we have sugar and salt for our flavoring, for our seasoning. Then we have here turmeric powder. We also need some water. We have onion and 3 cloves of garlic. Here is our chili paste, okay, and we have sweet soy sauce and also tomato sauce. You see, the ingredients are not a lot, and I'm sure a lot of viewers out there are anxious to know how to cook sambal goreng. Okay, firstly, I'm going to slice the fermented soybean cake. So this is the way we'll have it, like this. Turn it over. Then cut into about ½ centimeter pieces. We need a bowl here. I'll remove all this into a bowl. Okay. Turmeric powder. Just give it a good sprinkle all over. This is actually for coloring, because it will make the tempeh or the fermented soybean cake really golden brown. So we also need some salt, of course, for the seasoning. So just give it sprinkle it around like this, if you don't want your hands to get dirty. Okay, so the next one, set it aside. We will have to slice our tofu. Okay, it's very easy to do it. Similar like just now, halve it and then slice it like this. Okay. About ½ centimeter. Make sure when you cook, all the ingredients are almost similar in size, so they can cook almost at the same time. Okay, so we need another bowl to put our soya bean cake. This is very famous actually, because some people they want to be on diet, so this is good because it contains a lot of protein. So just like our tempeh just now, we sprinkle some turmeric powder. So in case you don't have turmeric powder at home, you can just season with salt. It doesn't matter, it's just for color, okay? And a bit of turmeric flavor perhaps. Okay, so we'll sprinkle that too all around, okay? Make sure that it's really coated this way. Okay, so we set that aside. And we come here to our long beans. Okay, these are called long beans because, of course, they are long. Okay, so we need to trim the ends. So you have to cut this way. And then what I do is, because it's too long, so we'll just cut it into 2. Okay, and slice it slantwise this way. Okay, slanting. So you need a really good knife, a very sharp knife. Well, in case you don't have long beans, you may substitute with French beans, okay, or other types which is available in your area. To save time at home, perhaps you can cut first and then put in a properly sealed container to be used whenever you like, because long beans is also a very popular vegetable in Malaysia, I can say in Southeast Asia actually. Okay, so I'll get rid of these ends and remove it to this bowl, all ready to prepare our sambal goreng. Okay, alright, I'll clean my chopping board. And we come to the next part, which is our onion and 3 cloves, which I will peel now. Okay, it's easy to peel garlic actually. If you peel it this way, make a slit and then just peel it that way. Okay, You see that I don't use shallots here because this is the, well, sometimes you can replace shallots if you use onion actually. It's okay. Some people, prefer to use big onions, rather than shallots. So you slice it into two, then you peel the skin this way. Meanwhile, I will be. I have here some oil for deep frying, which we will do later. So we're going to slice the onions. First, quarter it, okay, and then slice it thinly this way. Make sure you do it neatly, okay. We have our onions here, and for the garlic, we slice it thinly. If it's too thick, then maybe you want to halve it before you slice it like this. Just thinly. If you prefer, garlic is very good actually for your heart. So you can put more garlic if you want, okay. All right, so I will put all this in a bowl so that it'll be much easier for us to transfer into our pan later. Okay, so our oil is almost hot. Okay, so I shall fry the beancurd or tofu first. So make sure the oil is not too hot because it will, get burned quickly. So just give it a good stir around. Okay, when you see it's almost golden. Most of the recipes coming from Southeast Asia or Asia actually, some are mostly fried or deep fried or stir fried. So this is how our beancurd should look like. Okay, so I'll transfer it into a bowl here. Okay, so we proceed with our tempeh or fermented soya bean cake. There you go. Okay, again, just like our tofu, we'll just give it a quick stir so that it gets golden all over. So as you can see, my dish, the Sambal Goreng, has a lot of soya bean because this is also made from soya, and the tempeh is also made from soya bean. And as we know, soya bean has a lot of protein, which is good for the body. So now this is how your tempeh should look like, crispy on the outside, golden color. So we'll add here. Okay. So we need to heat our pan. Okay. So I will pour about 2 tablespoons of our frying oil. Okay. So you don't waste anything. It's still usable actually. So we'll start with sautéing our onions. Okay. Just give it a good stir. It's one of the, Sambal Goreng is usually served during lunch or dinner. It's famous all over, and I think there are hundreds of versions of, family favorites, whatever that you fancy. And, if you want it to be hotter, spicier, you may add bird's eye chilies, okay, just to give it a kick, they say, okay. So we'll just let it cook for a few minutes before we put in our chili paste. So we put in our chili paste, give it a good stir around, and make sure the chili paste cooks before we add in the rest of our ingredients. Okay, so once that's done, we put in our long beans. Okay, that's our long beans. And we need some water, just a bit of water to help cook the long beans. So So I'll give that a stir. And as usual, do not overcook vegetables because it might lose its nutrients. So I will add in some sweet soy sauce to give it a brownish color. And also we have our tomato sauce here to give this sambal some a body, okay? Some kind of, it'll be very thick. Tomato sauce makes the dish becomes thick. If you prefer, you may add chili sauce. So that's our long beans cooking nicely there. So I see that the long beans are almost done. Well, I always prefer crunchy vegetable. So we pour in our tempeh, okay, and our soya bean, and basically it's done. Okay, this is our sambal goreng. Like I say, there are many versions out there, and I think this is one of the simplest sambal goreng. So we can proceed with serving it. So this is our sambal goreng. As you can see, we prepared it really quickly and it's very nutritious. Has all the vegetables and all the goodness of the soya bean. So I shall garnish it with red chilies. Well, you slice it slantwise, take the tip off. Okay, you just need a few just to sprinkle it around. And also our spring onions, which has been cut and soaked in water. So you see it has curled up nicely. So this is our sambal goreng, all ready to be eaten with rice.